Namaste, my friend. How are you doing? We have been discussing a lot so that you understand what are the impure states of the mind. And once we recognize the impure states of the mind, symptoms, cause, and effect, then we can enter into the pure states of the mind. Purity of the mind or the impurity of the mind. So, let us do a simple, easy practice. Eyes are closed. Eyes are closed and find out the comfortable place, position of the body, and the posture. Pay attention to the place where you can easily sit for a while. You can do the practice being comfortable. I have been talking about being comfortable in more than 50 ways. Eyes are gently closed, and then you look at the neck joint. Look deep inside the neck joint. Be there and experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Remember, we have nothing to do with these joints of the body. You want to attend a marriage party of your friend, so you use the car to drive there, and after that you leave it outside. Same thing, we are using these joints as a means to move the mind within, to change the direction of the mind. That is all. So, moving, looking at the shoulder joints being there is a simple and natural practice you should do every day, couple of times, until you experience the deep sense of relaxation, calmness. Means what? The impure mind is receiving these instructions and entering into the purity. So, looking at the shoulder joints, and I'm asking you to look inside at the root of the joint. That simply indicates mind should change the direction and move within instead of outside. And experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Or simply now look at all the joints of the body, neck, looking inside and experiencing the change. We need not to fight with the impure states of the mind. If you fight with it, more impurity will accumulate. Shoulder joints deep inside and experience the change, sensation and the comfort. Elbows, wrist, spine, ankles, toes, and experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Now, looking inside the head. It is again a reference point. And you are observing, watching, being aware of the thoughts, feeling, and emotions they enter into your mind at this time. Do you want to enter them? Did you will it? No. Unwanted, unwelcome thought. It may be good or bad. It doesn't make any sense. But they are unwanted, unwelcome at this time of the meditation. From where they come from the impurity of the mind. So you are observing, recognizing. Okay, this is an unwanted thought has comes. And sometime it may happen you wake up in the morning and you are upset. Your mind is upset. So you have to recognize, come on, mind, why you are upset. Why the mood has changed. So we should have the ability to observe and watch and recognize. If you don't recognize, you become the impure states of the mind. So that is why we have being carefree. The mind has been playing with us, so let us play with the mind, just with awareness and attention. We're not doing anything in a sense. So in that state of being comfortable and carefree, you are looking at the head and the neck, but reference point is head and the neck. And be aware of the space all around the head and the neck, and the sensation on the skin of the head and the neck. Simple, natural, playful. Right arm, the space all around the right arm, and sensation, space, sensation, and awareness. Left arm, space, sensation, awareness. The middle portion of the body, you're moving the mind from the shoulder down to the waist, in the front and the back. And you feel as if it is covered by a cylindrical space. Just play in a fun. Cylindrical space, and then you look at the skin, you feel the sensation, and you are aware. That is all. Right leg. Make sure you're just. So, what happens when you're playing with the mind? Many unwanted, unwelcome thoughts will enter, will create doubt, react to it, but don't move the body. Continue, endure it, and that impurity of the mind will leave you. So the right leg, surrounded or covered by the cylindrical space all around, sensation in the right leg, and awareness. Left leg, the space all around, sensation and awareness. The entire body from the top of the head to the toes. Space all around. Without the space, the body cannot exist. So we are just aware, we recognize, yes. And then we recognize, how do you recognize the body? If there is no sensation, will you recognize? No. So in that field of awareness, we have an experience of the space and the sensation. So slowly, playfully, we are moving the mind within, closer, deeper. Now the head and the neck again. Space, sensation. And in that sensation, you discover there is a relaxation too. Why? The mind has started moving within. It has changed the direction from the world outside to inside in a playful manner. You're driving the car on the highway, returning home, you find many cars, horns, changing the lane, and ultimately you return home, park the car in the garage, and you enter into the home of relaxation. You moved inside from the world outside. Same thing, we are becoming aware. Right arm, space, sensation, relaxation. Playful. Your mind should not know that you are doing even the meditation. It is such a playful mood. Left arm, space, sensation, relaxation. As if you're moving into your home, inside the home, and you see the relaxation is there. You have dropped everything from the world, middle portion of the body, from the shoulder to the waist, space all around, sensation on the skin of the middle portion of the body, relaxation. So you see, you did not practice anything to get the relaxation. It is already there. The way I told you, the moment you park the car in the garage and you enter into your home, you don't create the relaxation in your home and then you sit. It is already there. That is the nature of the inner space. So the right leg, the space all around, sensation and relaxation. left leg, the space all around, sensation and relaxation. The entire body, even while giving you the instruction, I am also doing it. It's a matter of awareness. You are not doing any action, it's a playful. You are aware of the space all around the body. Sensation on the skin of the body. And relaxation. So what happens, while moving the mind within, the impure mind attacks us with the millions of the thoughts. And one of the major reaction of this mind, the mind starts moving the body. So we go again to the next step. Looking again at the mentally, looking again at the head and the neck, so the space, sensation, closer, relaxation, closer than the sensation, and the stillness in the head and the neck. Why I say stillness? Stillness is going to prevent the mind to go out. If the body moves, then only it will go out. But it's a gentle way. You're not holding, you're not suppressing, you're not reacting at all. Anytime, anywhere, you can do these steps to move from the impurity to the purity of the mind. Right arm, space, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Left arm, space all around, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So when you experience the stillness, you have the sensations are deeper. It may be tingling, sometimes it is freezing, sometimes it is cold. Let it be so. No movement. The middle portion of the body, space all around, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. You will discover now the thoughts are still coming, but they appear to be little farther from you. They don't have the same force to disturb you. Right leg, the space all around, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. left leg, the space all around, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. The entire body, the space all around, you are aware of it. You are aware of the skin of the body, sensation is there. How the sensation? Because the mind moves on the skin of the body from the top of the head to the toes. And then you stay there, you look behind, deeper into the sensation, you find the relaxation. Deeper into the relaxation, there is a stillness in the body. In that stillness, you may experience some tingling and the numbness, freezing, cold, and the heart. Oh, let it be so. You have to do practice as many times until you perfect this. So simple, natural. Head in the neck again. So what we have gone through, the space, sensation, relaxation, stillness. And when the when the body, you experience the freezing or the tingling and the numbness of the body, in that moment you may experience as if the body is dissolving. And there comes the state of the calmness. You start feeling more and more sensation. Thoughts are there, but they are too far from you to disturb you. The right arm, the space, sensation, relaxation, stillness, calmness. Calmness is greater, stronger than the stillness. Stillness, natural stillness, is greater and stronger than relaxation. Relaxation is stronger than sensation. Sensation is still stronger than the space. That is what we are going to understand in the following sessions. Left arm, the space all around, and everything is there. You have to simply recognize it. Sensation, relaxation, stillness, calmness. Middle portion of the body from the shoulder to the waist. Space, sensation, relaxation, stillness, calmness. Now I'm not getting there. So you simply repeat the same word after me, looking at that part of the body. Someday it will happen. Why? The force of the impure mind is greater than your strength of the practice. right leg, space all around, sensation, relaxation, stillness, calmness. Left leg, space, sensation, relaxation, stillness, calmness. The entire body, space, sensation, relaxation, stillness, calmness. That is how the mind moves deeper and deeper within. Repeat this couple of times. Space all around the body, as if the body is covered by cylindrical space. So the mind has to move to the skin of the body. You have sensation. And then the relaxation. Stillness. Calmness. Just stay there. So how to stay there? Gently, softly remind by mantra. Which mantra? Maybe Shantuham. Just you say Shantuham and recognize you are in calmness and stillness and relaxation and sensation. You're not doing anything, just casually you said Shantuham. You see, such a simple, you have already told me, simple practice is so powerful. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Don't move, simply open your eyes gently. Your mind is now ready to listen and understand these principles. Today, as I told you, we will understand about the purity of the mind, the pure states. So what are those pure states of the mind? Simple understanding of the purity of the mind is remember, think, reflect, recognize, and question when you have the impure states of the mind. What I'm saying is that what prevents the mind, what blocks the mind, what suppresses the mind to realize real self, or peace, or happiness, or love within me. What prevents, what blocks, what suppresses to realize the peace, happiness, love, and the wisdom within me is the impurity of the mind. Is it easy to recognize it? And what aids, helps, inspires, motivates to endure the challenges, unforeseen circumstances, to endure, allow it to pass with a smile and the calmness is the purity of the mind. Even if you do not yet to awaken to the real self, the journey continues and the purity of the mind is there to help us. Not only that, if you think and reflect, you will discover that this purity of the mind or the pure states of the mind not only helps us to continue the journey to awakening to the real self, but it also helps in our personal, professional, social, family lives, in our relations. Making it simple, what we have understood about the impurity of the mind. Do you remember the stages of impurity of the mind? The first stage is the vasana, the past impressions are hidden. Oh, how many impressions are there? Maybe trillions, infinite, n number. They are already present. The root cause is there. And they pop up, finding the outer situation. Why they pop up? Because the mind, because of that impression, starts looking for imagined pain or pleasure outside in the world. Do you remember? So once it starts the imagined pain or the pleasure, then it starts thinking. So thinking with reference to the likes and dislikes. As it happened to you, thinking with the likes and dislikes about the sleep. And then it creates a desire. And I told you, the desire changes its color in the form of hesitation, repeat desire, delusion, pride in the jealousy. You have to go through the last 3 or 4 sessions to understand. So many impure states of the mind results. It may be money mind, monkey mind, biased mind, likes and dislikes mind, stressed mind, anxious mind, angry mind, upset mind, etc., etc. I told you. So if you recognize the cycle of these impure states of the mind, why we understand the impure states of the mind, so that I know where, so that I should find out where I have to break this vicious circle. That is why first I covered the impure states of the mind, the cause and effect, and how it creates a vicious circle. So, if we break the cycle of the impure states of the mind there and then, I recognize it. I minimize the effect of the impure mind in my daily living because I understand the cause and effect and symptoms of the impure mind, and that is why we have studied this. So, how to break the cycle? The first step, obviously, is the recognition. If I don't recognize the spider is there coming near to me, I should recognize the snake is coming near to me. If I don't recognize, uh, how can I get away with that? Recognition is the first, and that recognition, after recognizing, so how do I recognize? By the thought process. The thought is causing the impurity or feeling. So I start thinking about the real self, its nature, its quality. I'll tell you. And then what happens? I discern. This is the impure states of the mind, and here is the pure states of the mind is always available. Impure states of the mind, they come and go. No, they have been with me for the last 50 years. No. You are in anxiety in the morning, and anxiety is gone in the afternoon. They are constantly changing. Pure states of the mind does not change. Do you understand? Now we are understanding. So discernment and dispassion, and then, so what happens in our Eastern wisdom? We say, where we by these simple steps we increase the sato guna. There are three gunas, three qualities that is present in everything of the universe. So we'll talk about it. And then what happens? Everything changes when, there, and then. It has never been possible for me. You might be thinking, it has always been possible with you. I'll give you those examples. So, the purified state of the mind, kindness, sense of kindness is there, sense of peace is there. It's a rise in consciousness is there. You discover the calmness is constantly there. You have an aspiration, desire for the real self, desire for the knowledge. You have a sense of compassion. Sometimes your mind moves with the compassion. It's the pure states of the mind. Empathy, pure states of the mind. Naturally, you don't create it. And there is a clarity in the thought, speech, and action. These are some of the characteristics of the pure states of the mind. Let us see in other way, the pure states of the mind always moves with the right thought, right speech, and right action. So when you move with the right thought, speech, and action, is there any chance for anxiety, anger, upset, hesitation? So when we think, speak, and act, the power by which we think, we have a right thought, right speech, right actions. Behind that, there is some force. And that force is known as the Sato Guna. Sato Guna, the quality of purity. The quality of the purity loves knowledge and calmness. It doesn't want to get agitated or angry, and even in challenging conditions. We're talking the purity of purified state of the mind. So, regular association of the mind with Satoguna regular association of the mind with the sattva guna leads to dharma, the right thought, speech, and action. And the right thought, speech, and action in the world results into an emotional freedom from the world. And emotional freedom leads to intense desire to know the real self. You become the highest level of a seeker. So goal of the purity of the mind is also to make you the highest level of a seeker. So as I told you, the one out of the three qualities present in everything of the universe, including the mind, the body, even your objects, smartphone. But here we are focused on the purity of the mind to understand it. So we have understood the one quality, that is the satoguna. Satoguna, force of that satoguna in our thought, in our speech, in our action, naturally moves us, even in challenging circumstances, into calmness, peace, joy. But then there is another force you might have experienced. We all have experienced in our life. There is an agitation in the mind. Mind wants to continue to make an effort. It wants to run here and there. So there is another force, and that force is known as the Rajoguna. A sense of hyperactivity inside, manifest in thought, speech, and action, causes the agitation. That is the second quality present. Why it comes? Because of the impurity of the mind. And then there is someday we experience an extreme laziness, sleepiness, even during the practice of meditation. That is the third quality of the mind, is known as the tamoguna. So impurity of the mind caused by the last two guna, the rajasic guna, tamasic guna. That is why you have, because of rajoguna, the hyperactive mind, force of the hyperactivity into the mind has led to 10 different solutions to a sleep disturbance. But those solution cannot be found on those 10 things. And what I did, I help your mind to move to the satoguna. And you have a practical experience that you were able to dissolve it. Look at it, my friends. So let us understand a couple of the pure states of the mind. So we can say safely that pure states of the mind, one of the pure states of the mind is the sattvic mind. Out of the three gunas, it is sattvic mind. Sattvic mind. It is characterized by the knowledge, clarity, and the balance. And that sattvic mind is free from the mental disturbances. Even if you have hundreds of thoughts, you say, who cares? Who cares? Wind is blowing outside. All the windows and doors are closed, and you are peeping through the windows. The wind is there. Who cares? Or do you start jumping in your house because there is too much of wind? Windstorm is there. No. That is the nature of the sattvic mind. The sattvic mind is conducive to awakening, self-realization, discovery of permanent peace and happiness. Focused and concentrated mind. It's a natural focus. You have a natural focus all the time, natural focus while driving, while eating, while talking to someone, while walking. So that natural focus prevents the mind from the unwanted and unwelcome thoughts. Are you getting it? It is characterized by a mental discipline. And that is what we have been learning. Then the purified state of the mind, as I told you that there are many impure states of the mind, so we can explain many pure states of the mind. So sometimes the equanimous mind or mind with equanimity. Mind with equanimity means that your mind is not dictated by the strong likes and dislikes. So we all have likes and dislikes, but your likes and dislikes in the mind does not make you a slave. If it makes you a slave, it is the Rajasic mind, hyperactive. It becomes hyperactive. And once it does not achieve the result, then it gets frustrated and it becomes lazy, sleepy, reactive mind. So the mind with equanimity. Then the pure state of the mind, as you grow further into the pure states of the mind, it is compassionate and empathetic mind. All the time, yes, all the time. A mind that is sensitive to suffering of others. And you have a concern, you have a feeling to alleviate that suffering. Why? Because your mind, that pure mind, feels the sense of interconnectedness, a sense of kindness. And you have an intense desire in what way I should contribute to the well-being. It always finds a harmonious relationship. I'm talking of compassionate and empathetic mind. It is further. Mind is getting purified. That is why we say Buddha is full of compassion. Jesus, full of love. Do you see that? Intuitive and insightful mind. Another level. Pure mind. The way the impure mind has different levels. I have simple anxiety and then I have a lot of depression. And then my mind is constantly into the state of anxiety. No? Same way, the pure states of the mind, their degrees, intensity are different. So the intuitive mind, a mind that has an ability to perceive the deeper truth and pattern behind the surface level. You see the challenges in front of you, but you see very deep inside why this challenge has come. Should I endure it? Should I live without preference of likes and dislikes? Should I manage it? You have a clarity of it. That is what the insight is. It is characterized by a keen sense of intuition, creativity, and the ability to grasp the essence of things. When that ability comes, you have another pure states of the mind you can see, that is detached mind. a mind that is free from excessive attachment to people, objects, or outcomes. Excessive attachment. It is characterized by a sense of inner freedom, contentment. You're attached to your son now. Don't have an excessive attachment. But yes, you should have. A detached and a non-attached mind allows one to live in the present moment and to embrace change with ease. So what happens when you have that detached mind? Some problem comes, unforeseen circumstances comes. So you are able to maintain the calmness and composure. We are going to understand how to achieve those things. That is what we have been doing it. Then another level of the pure states of the mind is loving and devotional mind. Mind that is filled with the love, devotion, and the reverence for the existence or for a higher purpose. What is this? Who am I? What is the existence? What is the nature of the world? Loving and devotional mind to that existence. Loving and devotional mind is also, I would say, characterized by the sense of gratitude. Gratitude of lovingness to serve others. That we will understand why that feeling is there. And then you can understand in normal affair, we have a calm mind is also pure mind. Peaceful mind. After calmness, there is a peace. And then we have a contributor mind. Our selfishness dissolves. And in that, when the selfishness dissolves, and if there is some situation with your friend, relations, or anyone, even some unknown, and you see that you have the capability to contribute, you contribute instantly. You don't hold you back. There is a sense of purity of the mind. Relaxed and calm mind, I have already discussed. Kindness mind, kindness mind. Kindness, characterized by compassion, empathy, etc. Discerning mind is very important in the Eastern wisdom. Discerning, you see the situation and you discern. You see the situation full of hesitation. So you separate the hesitation from you. Discerning mind. Somebody is crying before you, so you separate that very crying from the cause. So you are able to maintain your composure. Otherwise, what happens is someone is crying before you, you also start crying. Discerning. You don't subjectify neither your problem nor the problem of others. You are able to separate it inside your head. Discerning mind is very important. Then dispassion mind is more important. Because of the discernment comes the dispassion mind. Windstorm, you are peeping through your large windows, glass windows. Are you affected now? Same way. There are always ups and downs in our daily life. There are always untoward challenges, unwelcome, unknown challenges every day that we have to face. You are not affected. They appear to be as a windstorm outside your house. You have that ability to peep into it. You have a deeper insight and you are able to maintain your calm and the peace. For example, sleep is not coming. Okay, thank you very much. You are able to maintain that composure not only in your personal life, but also in your professional, social, and the family life. We are just talking of the pure states of the mind. I have discussed a lot about the impure states of the mind. So it's good to talk about joyful mind. Have you ever seen me that I was feeling sleepy and giving you a lesson? Joyful mind, the state of happiness, contentment is there. You appreciate life. You appreciate life. You don't appreciate your life, my life. You simply appreciate life. And when you start appreciating the life, the joy cannot leave you. We'll understand that. We're learning. Pure states of the mind are not mutually exclusive and can coexist in varying degrees. You know that pure states of the mind can exist in many degrees. So by constantly contemplating and reflecting on that, in the end, just I give an example. You are waiting for your son who told you that he will report to you at 10 a.m. Now it is 10:30. He has a very important task with you. That's why he wanted to meet you at 10. But now 10:30 time is there. How your mind, it is into insight. What has happened? You call and you don't get any response. You start moving. You start walking in your house. What happened? What happened? And the mind starts thinking of negative thoughts. Those are the moments you have to change negative thoughts into a positive thought. So first you recognize why the heck my mind is thinking of negativity, and recognition after recognition, you realize that my mind is unnecessary have an imagined projected thoughts and the feeling, and there you change it from the imagined negative thought to the positive imagined thought of fear to calmness. Oh, are you getting it? Imagine, so mind has a tendency to believe in negative 1,000 times greater than belief in calmness and peace. Oh, what has happened to this guy? What will happen? He has not reported to me until now. It's now is going to be 11. Calm down. You have called them. So you recognize the importance of the purity of the mind and a right thought, right speech, right action. That goes a long way in the journey of our self-discovery. Namaste.